Esther Smith with Grassroots Physical Therapy, and we're here with Mary McIntyre, Black Diamond athlete, and we're going to show you guys a really cool kit of exercises to take care of yourself after a big day skiing in the mountains. We're going to use a foam roller, which most people just think of using when they have IT band problems. We're going to show you how to use a foam roller to self-massage, mobilize, and stretch basically your entire body. We're going to try to be efficient and get it done in like 10 minutes or so that you can do this any day in your living room, on a trip, whenever, to help your body feel better that day and the days following. So Mary, what are your strategies for taking care of yourself as a skier who goes hard all year round?
I use quite a bit of body work to deal with issues that I already have going on. I do yoga to keep mobile and do quite a bit of stretching, but I would say I'm not the best at preventative care. So I'm looking forward to learning a little bit more about that and maybe stopping the injuries and soreness before they happen.
Yeah, and what we find on the physical therapy side of things when people are injured is a lot of it has to do with a buildup of tension. So we want to give you guys a self-care routine that decreases muscle tension, opens up your joints, and allows you to perform more optimally and hopefully avoid injury and that kind of buildup over the season.
So you could have a softer foam roller or a firmer one depending on how masochistic you are. Mary votes for the masochistic, very firm sensation foam roller. So I'm going to show you guys a trip around the hip. It's a quick, efficient way to get most of your kind of upper legs and hips rolled out. So Mary's going to start by working her right hamstring. So she's going to scooch all the way off the roller, left foot's on the ground, and she's just going to kind of start steamrolling out the back of her hamstring. She can go all the way through the glute muscles, maybe even all the way out to the calf if she wants. She's really lifting up through her arms and through her core to kind of keep as much pressure on the roller or off the roller as you can tolerate, and then you can stand in that foot. Start to spin and roll to your IT band on that right leg, all the way towards the knee but not over the knee, and then all the way up to the hip. And you're not only rolling your IT band here, but also the lateral quadricep muscle too. Okay, and then going from the lateral quad IT band to the front quadricep and kind of front of the hip, almost where that front pocket would be in your jeans. All the way out the full length from hip to right above the knee. And then you can start to transfer to both quads right in the center of the roller now, using your core to keep lifted and your arms are pushing into the ground. And then start to turn now onto that next part of the other leg, other IT band, other lateral quad. And then a slight turn will bring you onto your hamstring on that side. And all the way out to the calf. And so Mary's just done a full revolution. We call it the trip around the hip because it gets everything really quickly. So after that trip around the hip, a quick transition will bring you to lying on the foam roller lengthwise. Tail on one end, head supported on this end, just scooch down a little bit. And then Mary's going to open up her chest and arms, call these snow angels or floor angels. So really just taking and stretching out the chest and arms from carrying a pack and kind of that forward-oriented position that we have when we're ski touring. And you can also kind of do that side to side, like little sway, little noodle action of the ribs and arms. All right, Mary, another quick transition. We're gonna go crosswise with the roller, just along your upper back. And now you get to take and hold your head in your hands and just do some nice back bends over the roller, up and down, just along the rib cage, and then maybe lifting your hips and ironing out your upper spine. Yeah, just steamrolling through there. Nice. But this really undoes that kind of forward hunched position that we get when we have our poles and our pack. So then we're going to transfer this to underneath your sacrum, underneath your hips. And you're going to lay back. Make sure you're pedestaled right on top of the roller, low back just as nicely draped off. Go ahead and bring 2 knees up towards you. You're gonna hold one knee into your chest and send the other leg out long. This is Mary's all-time favorite hip flexor stretch. We're gonna move right into an exercise that we call hip rolls. So Mary's gonna tick-tock her hips and pelvis to one side, kick her legs out, tick-tock back to the other side with a kick. This provides a little bit of a spinal twist, a little bit of ab work, but also kind of a nice stretch for that leg complex. She's just gently holding the roller stationary side to side. So we love this one for when you're getting off the plane and your low back and everything feels super tight. You're just gonna bring your knees in, and Mary's gonna use her hands to push the roller away. She's gonna allow each little part of her spine to touch down. So it's just like you're rolling out pizza dough with a rolling pin. And keep pressing it away until you just sort of like lay out onto the mat. Awesome, and then start that over again. And you'll just go through a couple passes. We call this the egg rollout. So find yourself right up on the top of your hip crest, bring those knees in, and really slowly iron out and push the roller away. Okay, so we're gonna make a transition to your knees now. The roller is just gonna be out in front of you once you face that direction. All right, and then your hands are gonna be on the roller. And just make a position where your pinkies are more oriented on the roller. Yep, and you're just gonna push the roller away and send it out. And as you do that, you're gonna let your spine go into some extension. Nice. So you can gently pass the roller away from you. And as you do that, kind of just gaze and look upright. Yeah, and that'll get you into some nice extension. Using your hip hamstring muscle group to do that. Good, and then come back to where your hands are on the roller. And then you can take and do this opening twist, right? And then thread that arm through this one, and as you do that, let the roller go out. Nice, come back home, open back up. Awesome, and then thread the needle. Good, and we would do that on both sides, make that switch. Okay guys, we've saved the best for last. It requires you to be a little bit warm for this one. So Mary's gonna kind of situate herself on her knees, place her right foot up on the roller. And then just first of all, you can take your hands off the roller, I bet, and maybe put them on your knees. Yeah, and then just use that to lunge into a hip flexor stretch. Nice. And then see about putting your hands back on the roller and then sending the roller away as you tilt back for a little bit of a hamstring unfolding. And then just kind of come back through. Maybe your hands stay on the roller for your hip flexor stretch this time and it rolls a little away. Just kind of play back and forth, and we'll do this on both sides. All right, so really quick add-on if you're up for it. You'll kick out one leg out to the side and just take a little tour through this kind of inner line of the hip and groin. Yep. You can pass it through some extension too there. So Mary just got cozy with the foam roller for 10 minutes or so. How do you feel?
I feel good. I think I'm ready for a big day tomorrow.
Good. Yeah, so you can use it for recovery after skiing, or you can use it to activate pre-skiing, and it obviously could be used for any activity, but it's a good way to stretch, strengthen, mobilize, and get some good blood flow.